Hello, and welcome to one more video of the series wherein we practice designing user stories on real-time scenarios using AI as a business analyst. Now, if you haven't watched previous videos, please do practice as much as you can, so it'll be helpful. Now, I'm going to share a feature with Navnath here as a client, and he's going to convert it into a user story on Jira and use AI to improve it overall. Now, of course, without wasting any more time, let's start. Navnath, you can start sharing your screen. Okay, so let's start. So, Navnath, the requirement or the feature is that there is a food delivery app, and the situation is that we have got this feedback from the customer support team that uh, we have to have a feedback feature wherein there is no human dependency. That is, let's say food is delivered to a customer and we get to know of the problems of the issues only when they call. I mean, whenever there's a call from the end customer, that is only when the
Mhm.
executives get to know the problem. They want us to implement a feedback process or a feedback feature wherein after every order is received, there is a star rating feature. That is, there are 5 stars, option of free rating from 0 to 5 stars, and there's a comment box as well, right? So that is something that we are looking forward to implement in our existing application. And secondly, we also want a feature to enable the customers to rate the delivery partners as well. So let's say if a delivery partner has negative feedbacks for a while, we can contact them and get to know what is being hampered or what is wrong. So that is something that we are planning to implement, or a feature that we're planning to.
Okay, understood.
Yeah, that's the requirement that we have now. You can analyze it, ask me the questions, and then go into Jira and start.
Okay. Mhm. Okay, so basically this feedback form uh, that is supposed to be sent after an successful order delivery is marked, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
Because of
And
course,
into that,
unless the person does not have the food ordered to them or received by them, there is no point of giving the feedback option.
right, makes sense. Yeah. So, and another thing is like they into this particular feedback form, or maybe we can call it as a so once a customer. So do you want me to add one feature or something like where customer will so once the order has been marked as delivered, then customer will get some kind of pop-up or something that if the order is delivered or not, like that. And if he says yes, then this feedback form should be uh like
I think
like an
I think yes,
extended
it makes sense. So if we can have a notification on the
Mhm.
customer's phone. So let's say if the app is already open, then also the notification should be there. But overall, there should be a notification on the phone which says your order has been delivered. Care for a feedback, something like that.
Okay. Okay, so basically after this delivery notification, and if customer is willing to, so this feedback should be like it is not a mandatory thing. Like customer is,
But
if he
not
is willing
mandatory.
to
It's
go
optional.
beyond that,
It's optional.
yeah, it's an optional.
We cannot force the customers to provide feedbacks. It's up to them.
Right,
But yes,
that's right.
we have to sort of remind them again and again.
Yeah, basically like in if we considering about this kind of situation, or maybe like customer is like directly redirected to once to this page feedback form page. So I just wanted to get a clarification on
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that is fine. If we are keeping it optional, then it's fine. And okay, and feedback form, okay. So this feedback form with like basically it should have the information of the delivery partner and the whatever the restaurant and the food items that need that are there, right?
Right. That's right.
And if you say about ratings, so ratings should be available for the restaurant as well as the food and as this delivery partners, right? So so do you want this two ratings like from restaurant if
Yes, yes,
we are
yes. There
speaking
should be two
specifically?
different options of ratings. And one
Huh.
thing that you can ask me or could have asked me is that how would we differentiate between the ratings? So let's say there is an option for filling in
Okay.
5 stars, right? So I want
Mhm.
the food rating to be of yellow color, for example, and the delivery
Okay.
partner rating in blue color or something like that.
Okay. Okay. And do you also want an so if particularly if we are speaking about rating, then is there anything like do you want an overall rating or something like that? That would be an additional
No, I don't think so.
rating.
I would go for separate ratings.
Understood. Okay, that's fine. And in comment box, if you are checking like customer wants to additionally, he just so this would be the optional, right? If customer want to add some feedback or something basically related to that particular food or the delivery partner. So this box should be this message box should appear on both side, right? On restaurant as well as for the
Yes,
delivery partner.
yes, that's right.
Okay. And this both are optional. So do you want me to set an specific word limits or something like that?
Yeah,
Because
I think
it should be some kind of short.
a character limit of 5,000 characters would not 5,000, rather 1,000 characters would be enough.
Okay. Mhm.
Any other questions you have for me?
Um, I think this is for now for to create one user story basically for this. I
But
think
I
this
think
is
one
fine.
question that you have missed is that, I mean, as a feedback from my end is that
Mhm.
we are collecting all this data, fine. But where
Mhm.
is this data being stored?
Okay.
Right? Because
So
this is
there
all
should
about the
be.
UI UX implementation, but what is the end goal of collecting the data? To make sense out of it, what is going good, what is not
Mm.
going good, and then make the improvements accordingly. So I want you to correlate this particular data to a simple Excel, not a lot of complications or any databases per se. This all the data will be stored in an Excel, and from there, from the Excel, we'll make sense of the data.
Okay. Mhm. That's fine. So I think this much like this is pretty much enough for the particular requirement. So
I
I'll just start with the user story.
Sure, sure. One suggestion here is that maybe you can also uh, just keep on saying the requirements that you're writing down. Of course, when it comes to Jira, you're not going to create Jira in front of the client, but
Right.
just uh, maybe make it a little interactive when you're having the conversation.
Sure. Sure. Okay.
So, but
So
before the problem statement, you have to give in the user story per se. That is, as a user, I should be able to do and so to achieve so and so.
okay. So so the problem statement shouldn't be like that. So first of all, we don't need to introduce the problem statement, right? So first of all, the problem statement will be there, and after that, and after that, the description, and then acceptance criteria. So is that like something? Is it like something that
Yeah,
or
that is. I would say the first thing to do here is that you have the description first, then the problem statement,
okay,
the acceptance criterion, then the notes.
okay, get yeah, that makes sense. I'll just start descriptions. Okay, into description, I just mentioned as a support agent, I want customer to fill the data, fill the feedback data so that customer. So I want customer to fill up the data. So achieve performance. Okay, this is fine, right?
Yes, this looks good. Now you can just write down the problems. I think we can skip the problem statement for this one. You can straight away go to the acceptance criteria.
Sure. Should be able to see it, performance, right? I'll just go again once on the requirement once.
Yeah, this looks good. Yeah.
Like into this, if you particularly say about this rating feature, no, we can include like as of now, I'm not taking the all of the 1 to 5 ranges because if customer selects 2, 3, 4, then it will be having some different. It will be denote it will denote some different messages on the particular screen. So as of now, I'm just taking the which is the minimum and which is the highest one.
Sure, sure. Sounds good. I think this last point ought to cover the entire JIRA,
Right.
their user story.
Yes.
Once this is written, you can go to ChatGPT and
Yes, I will.
reframe it, and then I think we're good.
When the customer has filled the desired data, um, will be able to see the submit button. One thing I wanted to get a clarification, Chaitanya. Suppose the you have mentioned about the storage, right? So this storage is also needed to be into this, or shall I just add a note or something like just an FYI for the tech team to understand like the data has been stored into this particular Excel file or something?
I think the better idea here would be that you create a separate JIRA for this. So maybe you can put it in the note that I'm going to create a separate JIRA. Please follow or please be in uh, uh, loop or touch of it. I think some that would do.
Okay, understood. Now I'll just take this whole and add it to ChatGPT. This user story grammatical correct rephrase to this. Shall I use this one? It is kind of more detailed, like
That works.
each point and everything.
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
Cool. This looks good. This is
Yeah.
actually very refined.
Um,
So for the viewers, guys, this is how you first take the requirements, convert it into a user story. Need not worry about the grammatical errors. Use AI as an assistant, and then make your story or your user story more professional looking. So I think this was the intent. And in the upcoming videos in this playlist, we are going to come up with more scenarios to practice because the more you practice, the more scenarios you encounter, the better it is. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the upcoming videos. Thank you, Navnath.